Hey guys, it's Chris here. So in today's video, I'm going to just show you my process that I take on cutting some of the wood that I get. A lot of this wood I get can be like 24 inches to 30 inches of wood in length, and the reason for that is because around where I live, we have the power company that goes around cutting trees down that are too close to the power lines. Well, they don't care. They just cut them and drop them and let them lay there for someone to pick up. So my stove, I can fit maybe a 20-inch long piece of log in there. Anything bigger than that I can't, so I've got to cut it, but I don't want to end up with pieces that are super short. So in this video I'll show you what I do to solve that problem, still get a good usable amount of wood, and also maybe some kindling out of this. So stick around, hopefully you'll learn something. Okay, so here's some examples of what I'm talking about. These logs are about 24, 30 inches long, and my bar here is 18 inches. And you see, for me, that is the perfect length for my stove. So you see what I'm left with. I got this little piece, you know, and you feel like, well, that's a little worthless to cut, or just cut in the middle, which you could totally do on like something like that, where I'm not too far off, you know, not trying to be scientific about making these identical, so you know, and cut them in half, that's fine. But something that's shorter, you know, I end up with this left over. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut it so I have a good length, but the rest of this, what I'll do is I'll still take it, and then when I get back to my house and I'm splitting up all the wood, I'll take these little pieces and split them up into little bits, and I use them as kerosene sticks, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Okay, I want to take a quick minute before I continue in this video to talk about one really quick thing. A lot of people here on YouTube have stickers for their workshop, and I finally have my own. So if you want to get this sticker and you have a workshop of your own with a sticker, then send me a email, which is going to be in the description below, telling me that you'd like one, and I'll tell you where to send me yours. Once I get yours, I'll send you mine to your address. Just make sure you put your return address on that envelope. If you just want one, then let me know. It's the same way. Just send me an email saying, hey, I'd like to have a sticker. Can I get one? And we'll go from there. So hope you get one. Okay, so I'm taking a break from cutting some of these up, and just going to show you what I'm talking about. You know, a lot of these cutoffs Powerline do, they just hack at everything. So, you know, you end up having to trim them off to, you know, to get your log flush. So you end up with stuff like this, or otter stuff like that. You know, just really awkward things. And also when you're splitting, I did touch on this in Life and Farmland, in my collaboration we did. And you can check out the collaboration in the description below. And you end up a lot of these little things as you split firewood. So what I do for things like this is I create kerosene sticks, and all that is a empty paint bucket filled with kerosene, and then you put these sticks in there, allow them to completely soak up the kerosene, and that gives you a really good fire starter that doesn't put a bunch of ashes in your wood stove, as opposed to using newspapers or regular paper. Now, just as a word of caution, just like gasoline or anything like that, you want to be extra careful, practice safety. Don't store it right next to your wood stove. Mine is in a whole different room, far away from the wood stove. And you want to make sure that your container is clearly marked kerosene, not gasoline or oil or anything like that. That would be bad. And things like this, what I'll do is I'll actually split them up, throw them in my kindling box, and you can check that video out in the little thing that would pop up over here in the corner. And yeah, you can just throw them in there, and you can burn them at your convenience, burn them outside or whatever. But stuff like this, I'll split them too and create some kindling or kerosene sticks of that nature. So I hope this helped you a little bit. I know it wasn't rocket science, but you know, you end up with stuff like this in the midst of all your cutting, and you get annoyed that you have stuff like this. So remember, when you get pieces that are from your splitting, make a kerosene stick instead of using newspaper. And when you get the little cutoffs, just throw them in a kindling box and use them to put with your kerosene sticks to start a fire. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. Let me know what you do with all your weird cutoffs. You know, what do you do? Do you have any? Do you just throw them away into the woods, or do you burn them outside, or just create one big pile and burn them all? You know, what do you do? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video as well, and be sure to share it. And thanks for watching.